TTRPGs. And it's the Titterpigs, the RPG podcast. Am I getting paid for this one?
All right, everybody, we are back from our break. David's going to give us a quick little recap for your benefit, and then we are going to jump right back into this and see what the hell this shiny thing in the shipyard's all about.
So when we last left our skeletons, Keith is playing a junker named Kevin, who recently gave up their newest creation in the hopes of finding something even shinier.
Heck yeah, I did.
Scott is playing a newborn named Coxus, who was relieved to watch the explosive get put in the hands of someone else.
Yeah.
And then Debbie is playing an infested skeleton named Perosis, who recently lost her forearm.
But it's got knives on it now, so it's better.
So a bird in the hand is worth two in the forearm, right? Is that how it goes?
Oh, a knife in the hand. A knife in the elbow, maybe.
And thanks to some advice from the Yellow Wizard, we are going to head off towards the final shipyard. As you leave the reef roads, so traveling along these trenches where the coral reefs go up for hundreds of feet on each side, the trenches become shallower and shallower until you're walking on flat ground. You're still shallow enough for light to stream down, and as you approach the shipyard, you begin to see the light reflecting off of the hundreds of metal holes that have sunk down here over the years. This is essentially the Bermuda Triangle. Wrecks from every period of history lie buried in the silt, from wooden sailing ships to iron warships, steel cruisers, plastic pleasure yachts, and even the occasional plasma skiff or hydroplane. They all ended up here at the end of their journey, but the beginning of your journey. As you begin to wander among the various wrecks, let's see which one stands out. We may need to explore 3 or 4 wrecks before we find one that is ship shape. So let's see what we find first.
Okay.
So the first one is a large cargo ship. It's halfway buried in the silt with its bow sticking straight up. So almost like someone tilted it on its side and then jammed it into the silt. It pokes up maybe 100 or 200 feet out of the sand, and the very tip of the ship pokes up above the surface of the water.
Oh.
And written along the side of the ship is the name Short Misery. You're standing maybe 50 or 60 feet away from it. Do we want to investigate that ship or keep looking on for something else?
So in mechanics terms, if I come up and put my hand on the ship, I can see if I can get some sort of memory from it.
You definitely could.
Right. So yeah, I'm going to say, all right, I'll crack my knuckles and go, I've got this. Let's see what this ship can tell me. And I'll go up and, put my bony hand on it.
Wait. Don't put your shoe on the ship.
No. This thing, and I kind of, give it a little tap and the blade pops out. I said, no, man, this thing, I've got this thing under control. Don't worry about it. I've only accidentally stabbed 2 people. But anyways, I, just, okay, hold on.
So before you can even absorb any memories,
Oh,
as soon as you touch the hull of the ship, you hear a dull vibration. Something inside the ship is slamming against the interior. You can try and ignore the vibrations and still absorb memories from the ship if you want, but there's something trapped inside the ship.
I think this one might be occupied, everyone.
Ships are rocking, don't come knocking.
Yeah. Should we just let that be, or do you want me to continue on?
Well, let's get on with it. What do you reckon?
Is there any, since it's it's a sunken ship, is there any sort of open hole or anything inside that leads into the hole?
You might be able to come around the side and climb up the deck, find one of the doors on the Lido side.
Maybe I should be precautious. I'll try to see if I can get something from it first. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds sensible.
Right. So, boom.
All right.
And let's see.
Roll under your luck.
That's still under my luck. Yes, 5.
Wow, y'all are rolling really well. That's awesome.
Not for long. And it goes down by 1, right?
Yep. Whether you succeed or fail.
Yep.
All right. So, true to its name, this ship is a dense collection of miserable memories. Absorbing a few of the experiences make you quickly realize that this used to transport prisoners. And so a lot of the memories are quite dark or sad or lonely. You kind of cut it off before you absorb too many.
Right. I don't know if this one has what we're looking for. I don't like the feeling it gives me. There's, it just doesn't seem like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's good things inside this. It's got a lot of bad vibes coming from it.
It's not shiny enough.
Right. So maybe let's move on. I like to put this thing behind me.
All right. Who wants to take the lead on looking for the next ship?
I think Kevin would. He's all excited. He gave up his boom, whatever we're calling it, for the prospect of a shiny ship. So that needs some tinkering.
Yeah, you're the tinkerer, so it makes sense.
Let's see if we can find something shiny.
Yeah, we're not.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
So there's a ship that reflects the sunlight, and it has a lot of facets. The ship is made of a bunch of overlapping metal to form a circular hull. Trying to think of an example. Kind of like a radiator fins, how they're like twisted around each other. So a bunch of short ones that make a circle, and the only opening is along the top. And there's like a big pressure wheel at the top. It has to be open to pop inside. Strangely, this doesn't have any sort of no lines, no propellers that you can see. It just looks like a very smooth, almost like a shell made out of metal.
It probably draws Kevin's attention, and he's like, "Ooh, that's got possibilities." And he starts traipsing over there. And he's going to, seeing the pressure wheel, he's going to try to climb up this thing to that pressure wheel. I don't know if mechanically that triggers the whole memory thing as I'm climbing up.
It's a choice you can make. It's
Okay.
never
Not always.
accidental.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll wait until I get to the wheel, and then when I grab onto the wheel and focus kind of like my energy on it, I'll try to absorb its memory because I want to try to figure out what this thing is. Because it's kind of intriguing.
Okay. Yeah, so you get up to the top, you climb up like the metal veins of the outside. Oh, good.
I rolled boxcars.
So if you fail a memory, you get to roll on the memory mishap table.
All right. Is that a D6 or D66?
It's actually 3 6-sided dice added together.
Okay. So that's 6 plus 2 is 8.
So number 8. Instead of absorbing memories from the ship, you absorb a memory from your own bones, and you gain a skill from your previous fleshy life.
God, what did I do in my previous life? I mean, I was looking for a way to, travel faster. So how about I was I don't know, boat captain, pilot, something.
Race car driver.
There we go. Good. Perfect.
Boat, car, air. Yes, perfect.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I was a race car driver, so I guess that's what, driving?
Yeah, driving. Rank 1. Yep, starts at rank 1.
Got it.
All right. I'm sure that'll come in handy when you find a race car at the bottom of the ocean.
I know, right?
You twist the lock along the top, and it doesn't really budge. And you see the name of the ship is the Nautilus. And on the other side is something written in French, or a language you don't understand. Does anybody have skills with language, or do you just want to try it, Kevin, and roll for it? See if you can make it out.
I'm just gonna attempt to make it out.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, all I've got is crab. It is one of the romance languages. No, crab.
Oh,
crab.
Yeah, no, I don't have any languages.
No. Okay. All right. Let's see what you can do.
I rolled a 5. My base skill is a 5.
Perfect. You're good.
Okay.
All right. So, thankfully, next to the language is a bunch of symbols. And what the symbols show is that when the hatch is exposed to air, it pops open. And that's how you open it up. So normally what would happen is the ship would surface and then the hatch would open. But this thing's at the bottom of the ocean. It's maybe 60 feet underwater. So if you can somehow raise it 60 feet.
And I kind of yell down, anybody know how to get this thing to the surface?
You're the... Oh.
I got a new tail that's good for jumping and leaping. I wonder if that'll work. Does it look heavy?
It's big enough for maybe a dozen people to ride inside. So it's like school bus sized.
Oh.
But we's underwater, so things bounce, don't they?
Everything bounces underwater. That's true.
Yeah. So can I try and use my what is it called? My useless stump can I use my launching tail to try and get underneath it and buoying up to the surface?
So I think you'll need a little something extra. If someone can come up with anything else, even something ridiculous.
I can use my firebolt spell to give me a boost into my leap.
You're going to rocket jump your leap?
Yes.
I mean, I could torpedo throw her, but I don't think that's going to work.
I think between all three of those, you could definitely knock the ship high enough to breach the surface temporarily.
I'm hiding behind a large piece of coral because if
I had a rusty air tank again, I could do this.
It's true. It's true.
Or I suddenly get a flash of inspiration. We can try something unexpected.
You can roll
my-
the unexpected spell.
And there's like a little bit of magic on the tip of my bony finger going, I know it didn't go well last time, but
No, it didn't. I think I got bone spurs from the last time you tried this.
you're a giant bone spur.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Oh,
Bone spurs? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was going to say, if anyone's a bone spur, it's definitely Porosis. All spiky
Flap my
and...
wing.
Do you want to cast that spell first before they try something?
Sure. Let's have a little fun with this.
All right.
All right. So remind me the spell casting again.
Yeah. So first you pay the stamina cost.
Okay. So I roll a d6.
Roll a d6 to see how much stamina.
1. Ooh.
All right. Nice.
You lucky skeleton.
Then you roll underneath your skill.
Okay.
And you get to add your spell to that skill.
Okay, so let's see here. So spell 3. So that's 3, and then so 11. That is a 1 and a 2. 3. Okay.
All right, nice. And now I roll a 6-sided die to see what happens. And then roll again. There's like 5 nested tables in this spell, so give me a second.
No problem.
So when you roll that, the unexpected event is that a squid arrives. The last squid you bumped into was panicked and angry, and there was a violent altercation. This squid is lonely. And it is looking for its young.
Oh.
And so it approaches you tentatively. What do you want to do?
I don't recommend you eat it.
No. Greetings, Madam Squid. And I my apologies for, the loss of your little ones. We can possibly help you find them. But first, we have this little situation with this ship over here. We're trying to raise up into the water closer to the air up above. If you know of a way to help us do that, maybe in kind, we can help you find your young.
Okay. So the way that this works is you can exchange memories with the squid.
Okay.
Absorbing memories is a roll, but exchanging memories is free.
Okay.
So you and the squid pass memories back and forth. It so it presses into you this heartbreaking story of a squid encountering a storm, losing one of its eggs one by one as the storm tears them from its grasp, and it wandering the ocean looking for its eggs. And in return, you pass memories to it of, we need to lift this metal thing. The dramatic weight of this exchange is a little one-sided.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
But I think the squid would be up for this. This thing is a large spinster squid. So it can wrap some of its tentacles around the top and lift while Porosis leaps and pushes into it. And Kevin, what was your crazy plan, Kevin?
The
torpedo throw. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's going to help.
Well,
I think
I do have a gadget called a bounding shield.
I thought you replaced that with your crab blessed drill.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I did.
Yeah.
Never mind. Disregard.
You're good. I think if we all roll really well, we can launch this thing into the surface.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So roll some skills, y'all. Let me know how it goes.
Well, Kevin's rolling like shit.
So okay, so this is our base skill, right?
I don't think
okay.
you need to roll Coxus because you're not.
Okay. Oh, I'm
your
not doing anything yet.
contribution has already
Okay.
happened. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So all right, good luck. That was
I'm
good.
just wondering if I can twist in using my encourage parasite skill because I'm using something he's grown on me.
I don't think so.
Oh shit! Because it was worth a try.
It was worth a try.
Come on then, dice. Be nice to me. They were not nice to me.
Nope.
Wow.
Okay.
I rolled over.
Dragon over 5.
All right.
No, it's not good.
So you both push and you put everything you have into lifting this thing up off the ground, and it lifts about 15 feet off the ground and then comes slamming back down on top of you.
Oh no.
You're both going to take about 5 stamina damage.
Oh no.
I think that's deserved.
Yeah, it kind of is.
If you want to roll luck, you can try and reduce that. But
Oh, go on then. Yeah, let's do it because it's fun. No!
Oh, bummer. Then you reduce your luck by 1, and you still take all the stamina.
I'm gonna just take the stamina because I am bound and determined. I'm like, now I'm trying to like push this thing. I'm trying to like reach for my umbrella to go open and close it, open and close it. I don't know. Mary Poppins it. Whatever.
And with that failure, there's like sort of a sad moment of silence as the silt settles back down. And then Coxus, you feel the squid tugging on your arm.
Yeah.
And it says it gives you an image of its eggs trapped inside a ship.
So I'll exchange the memory, or at least an image of us searching for it. You know, we will continue to look through the ships and, you know, help her find her eggs as we're looking for what we want. So if she wants to wait here, we will come back, or she's welcome to come with us if she'd like.
How long ago did she lose these eggs? Will they still be eggs?
About a week ago.
So
they're still eggs.
They're still eggs. Okay.
Yeah, it's not too late.
No, I was just saying it's not going to be the thing trying to get out of the other one.
Oh, no. It's a funny idea, though. That'd be so sad. Oh, that made me sad. All right, no, that's not it. It was something else. Something horrible. You're lucky you didn't go inside.
And there's also the image and feeling as we're exchanging memories of, you know, a bit of laughter and severe disappointment in my friends. So
is it more laughter or disappointment? Be honest.
It's kind of like seeing a sad clown. So it's kind of funny, but not.
We're kind of used to that from Scott.
That's fair. All right, let's see what we bump into next. All right. Oh, perfect. All right. So we're gonna wrap both of these quests into one. It's a sunken ship, a sunken wooden ship. The wood is kind of starting to rot. There's not a lot of exposed metal, but the squid is very excited and thinks that her babies are in there. And the sails of this ship are strange. So they look like they look like steel that's been painted black. So they have a metallic look to them, but they don't reflect the light at all. In fact, they absorb most of the light. But the rest of it looks like a totally normal wooden vessel, if a bit larger than most of the ones you've seen.
Interesting.
Weird.
What's that about then? That don't make no sense.
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. But
and the way it's sitting in the ground is kind of tilted on its side. So the bow is resting on another wreck, and the what is it called?
Is the stern in the silt?
The stern, thank you. Yeah, and the stern is embedded in the silt.
Well, the squid here, she seems to be excited, so I think this might be one we should definitely check out.
Well, since you committed us to finding her babies.
Well, I mean, yeah.
How could we not, though?
Right. See, exactly. Porosis, have a heart. And that's when I kind of hold out my rotting heart and go, ha.
Don't give him that. He'll turn it into something else.
So how do y'all want to approach this? You could climb up the anchor that's been dropped. You could try and climb up another wreck and then jump onto the ship. What are you thinking?
Oh, I would climb up the anchor.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot like that.
That just looks cool. 3 skeletons climbing up an anchor with a squid.
There you go. All right. So when you climb up the anchor and you leap over the deck, you land like ready for whatever's in this ship.
Mm-hmm.
The deck is chrome, and it's like a highly reflective chrome surface. And the wheelhouse has sort of a futuristic look to it, like Jetsons era spaceship look to it. But the rest of the ship looks like an old maritime schooner.
Odd that a ship with sails would be like this, I think.
I take my umbrella tip and go tink, tink, tink on the deck. I'm like, I start looking for like bolts, wires, nuts, things that I can borrow, procure.
Delta Jetson.
The whole thing is like one solid sheet laid over the deck. And the wheelhouse does have a few bolts, but they're really smooth and they're sunk into the housing. When you do get close to the wheelhouse, the door is metallic and there's like a big window, and you can see a green glowing light coming from the other side of the window. It's faint, but it's there.
Oh,
there's something shiny in there.
Maybe
Let's go and see if we can open it.
Maybe it's her eggs. Let's go.
Yes.
The squid feels confused but hopeful, and it's tagging along with you.
Oh, sweet baby squids.
The door has no handle that you can see. There's like a little panel that might have lit up once, but it's dead right now. How do you want to try and open this thing?
Coxus, can you use your metal fingers to maybe pry it open?
Ooh,
Wait.
Not Coxus, Porosis, sorry.
Wait a minute. And I look at the panel, crack my knuckles.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no, nothing.
And I out of my my pack of sorts, I pull out like this little canvas, like fraying canvas roll, and it's got like little pockets for tools, and I'm like, I got this, and I lay it on the deck, and I'm like, and I start tinkering with the pad, because I mean, I don't know if the buttons are going to work or not work, or if I can take it apart, but I know that it's the thing to open it.
Right. You could definitely take this apart. It will open the door, but it probably won't get put back. It probably won't close. Is that okay?
I don't know. That's
you can make a new door. It's fine.
Okay. yeah. I'll do it then. Yeah.
Back when I was a kid, we never locked our doors anyway.
Yeah, we didn't either.
I'm going to firebolt it. So having a door that's still there is probably better.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna
I'll
take
mess
it apart.
with it. Yeah.
Okay. You don't need to roll
Okay.
because you're an expert, and failing that roll wouldn't be interesting. And besides, you already chose to have it not open again, or not close again. So you tinker with a little bit. You pop out this little housing, and you're expecting to find wires or tubes or something like that. Instead, there's a series of thin crystals that connect when the housing is assembled correctly. So when you yank out the housing, a bunch of the crystals fracture. Little colored puffs of smoke are released.
Oops.
And the door slides down into the floor.
And as I say, oops, and the door goes, Yoop. I stand up and I step back and I look at the other two and go, there you go. I got it open.
And the stairway leading down is lit with like an eerie green glow.
Oh, this is exciting. Come on then. And I'm just going to pelt down the stairs.
Wait.
No, too late. I've gone.
I'll turn to, Madam Squid and let's go. She kind of.
I'll be the last one to go in, and I'll try to close the door or try to get the door to come back up. And I'm like, damn it.
I know there's a term for how squids maneuver through the water. I wish I knew what it was. So.
Undulate?
Yeah, that might be it. I don't know, but it sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So you head down the stairs. They take a turn and then another turn. And then you come to the bottom, and there's a hallway with 2 or 3 doors on each side. And at the end of the hallway is a glowing green nest of eggs. Most of the eggs are sort of large and green, and you can see like a vague moving shape inside of each one. And scattered between them are normal, like sort of clear yellowish looking eggs. Your squid friend gets really excited and darts forward to retrieve her eggs from this nest.
I'm going to have wizened up a little bit and say, you might want to wait, and not using that arm because that will cut her. Use the other one. We need to check that the thing that gathered them isn't still there. I don't think it will like you coming to get your eggs. Let's see if we can do it a bit more cleverly.
Okay.
And then we'll do like creeping up stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. I don't think we need to roll for that for you to restrain the squid, but I do think the squid is going to play along for now.
Right.
But it has not agreed to this plan. It has only agreed to slow its roll, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that begs the question, are you going to search all the doors along the hallway, or are we just going to head to the nest?
Go to the nest.
I want to play with the doors.
I'm going to go to the nest because otherwise Squidward Lady is going to get squished.
Yeah. Yeah, and the sooner we get her eggs back, the sooner, we're not, under, the obligation. So, but job well done.
The doors will still be there afterwards. I mean, maybe not Aunt Kevin's got hold of them, but...
Yeah, this is a Squidward and then Skeleton Bob Parasite Pants. Right?
Yeah, apparently.
That'll be the next book, Skeleton Bob.
I totally want to help on that project.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
All right. So, you poke through. You look into the door. Perosis and the squid move forward, still moving carefully, but they move towards the nest. Kevin, you take a peek into the door, and you see like faint glowing blue lines crisscrossing, almost like a rope of LED lights, kind of crisscrossing the room. Maybe 30 strands. And when you go down a little further and you look into the next door, you see the same thing. And the next door, same thing.
Ooh.
And at the end of the hallway, to the left of the nest, one of the doors is open.
What is in that one?
Perosis and the squid get to the nest. The squid quickly gathers up her eggs. And then it pauses for a second and looks to Coxus. Coxus, through the communication that you've been developing, the squid is basically like, "Are we done here? I want to go."
Yeah. I mean, you've got your kids back. I think. We've kept our part of the bargain. You helped out, so yeah. By all means, it's go forth and multiply.
Okay. As the squid is leaving, it brushes a single tentacle against you and gives one last final word.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a sense of urgency and says, "Destroy those eggs." And then it leaves up through the steps.
Okay. Everyone, our squid friend told me that that we should probably consider destroying the rest of these eggs.
It doesn't look right to me.
But why?
I don't know. She just kind of said it and went on her way. But I mean, she's been helpful. She's been, kept her part of the bargain. We kept ours. Maybe we should listen to her.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
yeah,
we did her a solid. She tried to help us, so maybe this is her way of final way of saying thanks.
All right. So I bend over in my shoe, pull out my hidden knife, and go, "All right, let's make some omelets."
Oh my god!
I'm not sure I'm going to want to eat them.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long for you to slash open all the eggs. And when you do, so the eggs gave off a green glow, but when you cut them open, they release a blue glowing liquid. Almost like the same color as those strands you saw in the other rooms.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something wrong, Kevin?
I think it's time to go.
Well,
why?
Let's cut to Kevin looking in that open doorway.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So when Kevin peeks inside the open doorway, he sees a green glowing half sphere, sort of undulating, floating in the center of the room. And out of that sphere are coming hundreds of thin strands of glowing glue lights, spreading all over the ship.
Oh no. In his part trepidation and part just fear, he just pops his umbrella open, just knee-jerk reaction. Because he thinks his umbrella is going to save him from everything. It helped with whatever that fish was. I mean,
that's true. It's a Wile E. Coyote moment, when the boulder falls off of me. But
my umbrella's open. Although the canopy's just kind of like flopping off the side as the water moves.
So you open the umbrella, and as you look back down the hallway, the blue strands have covered your exits. They have grown to cover your exits.
Afraid of.
Yeah. All right, Kevin, what do y'all want to do?
Well, up first I asked Kevin, "What'd you do?"
And his bottom jaw just goes clack, 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 clack.
Like a Halloween decoration.
Yes, exactly. So the body of this thing is in the room that I'm looking into, right?
Yep.
I am going to cast Torpedo Throw as I throw my umbrella at it. Like a little javelin, like
Okay.
All right, so that has just for listeners, Torpedo Throw costs 1, and that's gonna be 1 stamina.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
And it says you throw your weapon at a target, it propels itself forward at great speed, dealing damage to the target.
And we all know how much damage an umbrella does, of course. We've all
yeah.
used an umbrella before in combat.
Hey. What I can do. I mean,
I'm ready.
3d6.
all right, so what do you want me to roll here, boss man?
So
Good.
Besides good. So you want me to make the spell roll?
yeah, I'm thinking we do the spell roll. So you're gonna roll underneath your skill.
Okay. Can I add gadget fighting to that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that would make it my base is 5, the spell is 2, and the gadget fighting's 1, so 8.
Oh, sorry. Only one skill used
Okay.
per roll.
So
you're just
obviously
gonna use the spell.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 7.
Yep.
And I rolled double 3s for 6.
I'm just trying to decide how involved this confrontation should be.
This is all
Plus-
knee-jerk reaction on Kevin's part. His umbrella went poof, and then he threw it.
Your umbrella goes right through it, pierces the center of this creature, and the green body like deflates like a balloon and falls to the ground. And maybe a fraction of the LED strands go dark, but the rest stay lit. And then you see a green glow coming from the other door across the hall.
Oh.
And by now, the blue strands have come down about 2 or 3 doors closer to you.
Oh no.
Yep, there's more than one of these things.
I all I do is I turn and I go, help.
So hearing that, I will rush out and look where he's pointing, and I will firebolt it.
Okay. All right. Are you going to open the door first, or are you just going to blast the door and into the room?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm going to open the door first because, I don't want to waste all the damage on the door. That'd be rubbish.
Yep. When you open the door, a press of the blue LED strands begins to drift towards you out of the door. But you managed to get off, well, hopefully you managed to get off Firebolt first. So let's see what you can do.
Let's see. I rolled a 7. I have my thingy is 7. Yay!
All right. Nice. Good work. Good work.
Spend the thingy stuff. Stamina.
Yep. Spend the stamina for your Firebolt.
Yep.
And what was the damage on that Firebolt?
Can't remember.
Roll a 6-sided die. I've got the table up here.
I rolled a 1.
That's still 3 damage. That's something. So it doesn't do a ton of damage to the body of the creature, but it does burn away a lot of the tentacles in front of you. So it bought you some more time. Coccyx, you have an opening if you want to follow up after Porosis and try and poke it.
Yeah, I think that I'll do that first, just kind of see what happens, because I was kind of concocting something, but we'll see where it goes after this. So yeah, I've got my shoe knife out and see if I can cut some of these strands. 7, so that's below my skill, right? Yeah. Okay. Skill base.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, what's your base skill?
My skill base is it's 6. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
how did you
Yeah.
roll a 7?
Nope, never mind. 6. It's 6.
Okay. So that is not a success, right?
No.
Okay, unfortunate. I'll give you a choice. If you are willing to sacrifice your knife boot, I'll say that you can embed it into the creature and then when it dies, it'll have the knife inside of it still, and you'll have to leave it behind.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I can
Okay.
always find another knife boot.
They're so common.
Yeah, they're everywhere on the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, just talk to Q and he'll sell you a knife boot. All right. So when you kill that green bubble, maybe another fraction of the LED strands go out, but there is at least one more creature, one more body still in the ship. By now, the strands have come towards you and they have blocked you against the back. When Perosis blasted the door, opened the door and then blasted the room, the kickback knocked the nest over, and you see a trap door behind you.
Oh.
So you can try and push forward, or we can take the trap door.
We're going to open the trapdoor. There's got to be something down there.
Do we have any options? As I'm like now holding on to my coat rack because I don't have an umbrella anymore.
I would like to head for the trapdoor, and as I'm about, well, preferably my friends, colleagues go first down the trapdoor, and then I would like to throw my confetti bomb over the creature because I've just remembered I've got it.
So when you shove the rest of the nest over and clear the trap door, it has that same little panel as the door into the gate, into the wheelhouse.
Kevin!
Kevin does what Kevin does best. He breaks shit.
So once again, this door will open, but it will not close. Is that okay?
Oh.
Or now that you've taken one apart, you can try and roll, maybe?
Yeah, I would think I would have maybe learned something like don't do this because those crystals will fracture and
right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that going to be
I'll be taking things apart.
Okay. So my total for that will be a 10 for my value.
Surely you can roll below or equal to a 10.
I rolled an 8.
Ah, close, but still good.
All right.
So what you do is you pull the crystals halfway out of the housing. The door begins to open, and then you snap the crystals back into place long enough for everybody to slide in, and then the door closes above you with a little whoosh.
Fantastic.
When the door opened, a big blast of air escaped. Water flooded in. You all poured into the trapdoor, and then when it closed, it left you with about waist-high water, and then the rest is air. So this room has been sealed.
Good thing we don't breathe air.
If you could smell, it would smell terrible.
I'm in the corner going, just kidding.
And his black rotted heart is going bloop, 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 bloop.
And you are in what appears to be an engine room. But there's no furnace, there's no piping. Instead, in the center of this room is a plastic tube with a dark crystal floating in the center of it. And this crystal has a bunch of like wires and tubes connected to it. And it sort of floats at an angle on its side like it's dead. And the rest of the room is dark.
I'm just like, I go up to the plastic tube, and I once everything goes back dark, I'm assuming what's on my possessions list, a flow lantern, actually emits light.
It does. So the way that works is it has a little motor at the bottom, and as long as there's water moving through the motor, it'll generate light. So you have to keep moving it or keep swishing it back and forth.
Right. So I will fire that sucker up and start, the little motor and start moving it like in the waist deep water just to emit some light. And then I start staring at this crystal and the wires and the tubing, and I tap it. I tap the tube, and I'm like, what does this do? Hey. And I just stare at it like I'm trying to mentally, not that I have a brain, but mentally like work out how this thing works.
Yeah, the only thing you recognize is those same control panels that opened up the doors. There's a dozen of them scattered around this room.
Anybody want me to start pushing buttons? And
yeah, Kevin, I think this is your. Oh, sorry, hold on, I'm not doing the words. Kevin, I think this is your area. You do stuff when you're talking.
Where else do we go? I mean,
is there any other passages off of this?
There is, but you haven't found it.
Okay.
I'm going to do the memory thing. I'm going to caress the cage.
I was about to say, no one thought of that.
And I'm going to try and absorb its memories. Let's try that. Come on.
I touched Perosis to remind her that she can do the memory thing.
You're a hero.
Yay!
No! I don't do it! But now I get to roll on the 3d6 memory mishap table, don't I?
That's right. That's the real fun.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's time for me to have some fun when you're done.
Oh, I can't do math. 6, 9.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the option for 9 is you gain a vision of a random encounter from your current location. It will never occur.
Why couldn't we have that earlier?
So the random encounter that you get a vision of it's almost like a fantasy of the squid that you helped leading a host of dozens of other squid, all armed, dangerous. They swoop in and chop up all the strands, and they rescue you. And then you return to the present moment, trapped inside of a ship that you don't understand.
That's cruel. So, oh God, Perosis, you okay? So I come up and go, all right, it's time for Coxus to do what Coxus does, and I'm going to do accelerated memory. I'm going to wrap my arms and my legs around this tube and try to see if I can absorb all the memories of this object.
Whoa, hey, not in public.
All right, here we go. So it costs 3 stamina.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That. And it's 2. Okay, here we go. 10. So I think, yes, I think, does it still hold true with the spells?
For rolling equal to?
Equal to or under, yeah.
Yep, that's valid.
All right.
Close call, though.
Granted, you wanted to roll 3 times on the memory mishap table, but yeah, that's...
All right, let me pull up the history of this ship.
Okay.
So this shouldn't take more than 3 or 4 hours to get through. Let's see.
Wait, what?
Okay, listeners, we're going to take an accelerated break and we'll cut it all out so you don't have to listen.
Oh, no, I thought I had to wrap myself around that tube for 3 to 4 hours.
No.
Yes, you do.
You do, but it won't feel like that to you. We'll just be bored, but you won't notice it.
That's right. So you absorb all of the information of this ship, particularly experiences that happened in the engine room. Okay. So you see the ship being built on a distant world. You see the solar sails being installed. You see the crystal capacitors being aligned, the telekinetic pathways being created, the crew being chosen, coming together, becoming a family, being lost in a solar storm, crashing down on this godforsaken planet, and eventually sinking into the dirt. the way that this crystal is charged is through life energy. The civilization that built this almost required the operators to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be passionate, to be friends with each other. And the whole ship was powered. It uses a bit of life energy to jumpstart it, and then the solar sails power it the rest of the way. So I guess my question is, do we have any happy or good memories we can give to this crystal? Either from your previous life or from your current existence?
Yeah. I mean, just me or all of us?
It's going to require all of you to contribute a few memories.
All right.
So we'll start with you, Coxus. What do you what are like 2 happy memories you can give this thing?
All right. My first memory that I remember was for some reason I remember winning all state football. I was a college football star. I got it was just this wonderful sensation, and then I got hurt, but it wasn't over yet because I joined the FBI, and I excelled at that. And then my next memory is even though he was a horrible person, he took advantage of my friendship, just seeing Bodhi ride that wave, and not having to arrest him and take him in was life affirming. That, he ended on his terms.
It's beautiful.
Oh my.
Wow. Is that Point Break?
That's Point Break. Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I said I was, remembered, my outdated Drylander knowledge was surfing. I'm just like, all right, we're going with this. So
you don't sound like Keanu Reeves.
You don't want me to try.
No, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
So yeah, with the donation of those memories, the crystal glows a little brighter. Kevin, you're next. What are 2 positive memories you can give to this thing?
From my days of racing. We got to bring this back in.
If you're not first, you're last.
Right?
Do you want me to pull up the Days of Thunder script for you to read?
No, I don't. Okay. No, I do not.
I was thinking Ricky Bobby.
Not doing it.
All right, sorry.
But no, from my days of racing. But what's important in the happy memory is that I wasn't racing cars. I was racing yellow tubes, formerly known as school buses, but my memory's a little shot here under the water. But we were racing school buses, and I was following in a now long forgotten family member's footsteps. So it was family tradition, and during the race, I also came in with following the family legacy. I came in dead last, and I was proud to maintain that family tradition. So there is that
Beautiful.
memory. And then the second memory is oddly enough, the day I found myself dying in the ocean, but it wasn't because I was dying. It was I was on a cruise ship, and I was winning at the blackjack table. And I was on a winning streak like I've never had before. And the best of my addled memory tells me that up until that point, I could never win at cards, but I was on this streak, and the sunset's fading. It was like idyllic. It was perfect. It was like a grand way to die. And that was a happy memory before I died.
It's totally your fault the ship crashed, isn't it?
It probably was. I may have been touching stuff.
He broke the rules of fate.
You did.
Hell yeah, I did.
All right. The crystal glows a little brighter. Perosis, what are 2 happy memories you can give to the crystal?
Okay, so I suddenly remember in my fleshy life, I used to write a lot of poetry for children, and I was so very good at it that I was named the Children's Poet Laureate in the UK. And I went to see the Queen to get given my honour, which is clearly where I got that photograph of.
All the dots are connecting.
It's coming together.
Now it's great. And it was a very happy time, and we had lots of tea and cucumber sandwiches, and it was lovely.
Was there a bear there?
No, there were bear skins, but they were on the heads of guards.
That's a great memory. Do you have one more?
Yes, and my second memory was the first time I discovered Slimy. and when he started infesting me and changing my body and making me more than I was.
Well, it's truly horrifying.
You're not wrong.
All right. So with that, the crystal is charged. There's a surge of energy. You can't see it from down here, but the displays light up around you, and you see the message that the solar sails are being charged. And the prompt on the screen says select destination. And what begins to scroll are hundreds and hundreds of different planets and solar systems and galaxies. Which destination do you pick? What are you even looking for?
Ooh.
I mean,
Each one has like a little bit of info about the location and the destination, what keywords, but it's scrolling by so quickly. What catches your eye?
I want to look for one that's got the keyword skeleton.
Ooh.
oh, okay.
Or water.
Or tasty waves.
All right, so let's roll to see who finds their destination first.
All right.
All right. Everybody make a luck check.
All right.
Oh, good Lord.
Hopefully you saved your luck up for this moment.
Oh, yes, I did. My luck is a 7. I rolled a 6.
Nope.
My luck is a 6. I rolled a 7.
Kevin, you get to choose where we go.
I will thump my skeletal finger on the screen. Hopefully it will trigger it. When something that just says like water, like water world, water something, just boop, that's what I hit. The first one I see is the first one I hit.
There's a lurch in the water. You feel this intense acceleration. There's the sound of like a whooshing of air quickly flowing past. And then everything is still and quiet. All of the panels are functional. The door up top slides open. When you climb up out of the trap door, the strands that had covered everything are now on the floor. They're all dark. The creature, when exposed to the vacuum of space, died, but you're skeletons. You don't need to breathe. So you climb up onto the deck of the ship. The chrome deck has like a very mild gravitational pull that keeps your feet on the deck. And you look up at the stars, and you are sailing your solar sail ship through the cosmos, hopefully to land on another wet world. And I think that concludes our skeleton adventure, y'all.
Yay!
Holy moly. Bravo.
Wow. Wow,
That
wow,
was
wow.
so much fun.
I had a blast. Literally.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go boom, though. I was a little disappointed in that, but it's okay.
The
I got to go
boom
into
happened
space, though.
with you inside of it.
Fair. That's fair. Okay. I'll take that. That's a win.
It's played out so good. So good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you all so much for playing Bones Deep. I
Yes.
appreciate the opportunity to run a game for everybody. That was great.
No, you are very welcome. Thank you for coming here to share it with us, and allowing us to share it along with our listeners. I'm looking forward to dropping this, as soon as we can. So Yeah. Let's see here. Any questions, I guess, before we wrap this episode that you have for David regarding the game? I mean, I know Debbie's well versed in it, but this is mine and Key's first,
official
jump
foray
into the game.
it. Yeah,
foray into it.
I mean, I've read it and reviewed it, and it plays. I'm super excited after playing it. Just like I was with my review. I think it's a really well crafted game. It's simple. I love the theme. Like I'm big into pirates anyways, but just the different take on a nautical theme, playing skeletons underwater. You don't have to deal with, like you said at the beginning, breathing and eating and some of those the mundane things that just can bog down like an underwater game. I mean,
Yeah.
no, it just plays
down.
really well.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Debs?
Bog down.
Yes, I said that. But no, it plays really well. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for taking time out of your day to come run this for us. But I do have one question though. What is it? Is there a future for Bones Deep in terms of other supplements, products, tables? I know you love to create like random table generators and all these great things on your website. But do you have anything in mind for Bones Deep?
So we always joke about doing skeletons in space, or we joke about doing like a skeleton dating game called Bone Down.
Okay.
But officially, no plans for Bones Deep. We are working on another Troika book that will be out in early 2023. So look forward to that.
All right, great.
But nothing specifically for Bones Deep that we can say with any assurance.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, as a package, it's a great game. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need additional things. I just didn't know if you were gonna, in your spare time that you probably don't have, like create like cool little random tables for like generating little generator tables that aren't already included in the book. That was all.
Yeah. Or maybe some more adventures like the Sunken Barge, which I've run a few times, well, in an adapted version to make it fit a convention slot. I'm not as creative as you guys, so
it does run. It's one of the. I do definitely see this as a fantastic convention game because it does allow you to adapt and maneuver and improvise with the tools relatively easily. And you don't necessarily need to concern yourself as much about the rules. And I like that. It's one of those games, like one of the hardest things about con games is going, how long is this going to last? I kind of feel like Bones Deep has the ability to adapt and scale. I mean, we tacked on an extra, 20, 30 minutes to this game because we had a bit more time without, relative problem. But if we needed to end it earlier, it could do that too. So I really, really like that about it.
Yeah.
But and I'm also David, you should be very proud of all of us. Considering the theme of the game, not a single skeleton joke among us. Nothing, no puns, nothing, not a single bone joke that anyone would find humorous.
There you go.
There it is.
We had to do one. All right.
Scott gets his one in.
That's right.
All right. Excellent. All right.
I was just going to ask David, do you want to plug your website one more time?
Yes.
And where Bones Deep can be found?
Yep. You can find Bones Deep on the Technical Grimoire website, along with a bunch of other games. We are planning 2 big products early 2023 that we'll be announcing soon. Everything's that we work on is on the website, and our team is growing and making bigger and bigger stuff. So I'm excited for what the future of Technical Grimoire looks like.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
So are we.
Yes.
Well, Keith, would you like to write us off into the sunset?
Yeah. So, Debbie, thanks for playing with us. David, thanks for running the game. On behalf of Scott and I, again, thank you. And with that, we are going to roll on out of here.
Hello listeners, Scott here, and we hope you're enjoying this Let's Play of Bones Deep. If you'd like to know more about the game, be sure and go over to Debbie's blog, dragongirl74.blogspot.com, for an in-depth review of the game. Likewise, if you'd like to get yourself Bones Deep, be sure and head on over to technicalgrammar.com to get yourself a copy. Also, if you like this episode or any one of our prior episodes, we'd love to hear from you. Hop on to the Titterpigs channel on the Rolling Boxcars Discord, link in the description, or send us an email at titterpigspod@gmail.com. Thank you all for listening, and as always, happy gaming.